We will be talking about Zing Outcomation Index, that's known as ZOI. I'm going to be very quickly roping in our speaker. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want all the energies to be synergetic that way. Please welcome the founder and CEO of ZingHR. Please welcome Prasad Rajappan with a good round of cheer. Prasad, hi, and thank you for walking up with a smile. That really helps. Thank you. Over to you. You could take the days.
Sure.
Yes.
Good morning. In our company, we say we are a startup. It's always good morning for us. So good morning. This is Prasad from ZingHR. Today we are talking of something different topic in terms of how CHROs can be part of the boards. Yeah? So just a trivia quickly, not doing a sales pitch. ZingHR as a company, we do about 900 plus customers, 1.6 million employee records, recognized by Gartner, funded by Tata Capital, and we do it in 26 global languages. What we do is, we do the entire hire to retire platform. Again, I skip this with a lot of customers across verticals. Customers across all the verticals coming in, BFSI, QSR, logistics, manufacturing, healthcare. We recently, just a proud moment for us, we recently signed an MOU with the Indian Army to bring in the HR, re-engineer the HR processes for the Indian Army and move the entire database into a blockchain. So just coming back, can I just request, maybe just open your mobile and just type Mentimeter. I'm just getting 3 questions, so get to know your pulse. Just go to menti.com and type the code 7691-6484. Just on your mobile browser, say menti.com and use the code 7691-6484. Vinith, can you go to the questions? Yeah, there are 3 questions. Oh, can I go back to the questions? Yeah. The first question is, can we impact EBITDA margins? The responses could be no. HR is a line function. Yes, HR can impact business outcomes. Third is yes, but we'll need support from the CEO, CFO. Not sure, would like to learn how this works. Depends upon the industry vertical. Is there a hand mic? Works? Hello. No, it's not. So 51 responses, good. Overwhelming says, fantastic to learn that HR people believe that they can impact the business outcomes. Almost 60 responses. I'm going to the second or the third question. Good part is, do you believe that CHRO can become CEO or the board member? Aspirational statement, and I think one of our purposes at ZingHR to get a lot of companies already have HR playing a very, very crucial role in the board. We already have HR lead on the board. There is an aspiration, but looks difficult. There's perception that HR is not capable to run a business. Perception, I'm not saying fact. Industry is now open to such a move. And last one is, for this, CHR has to be adept in finance and IT apart from knowing the business. What do you feel? $65 responses. 50 people say we already have leaders on the board. That talks of the changing perception or the role HR people do. And fortunately, not only India, globally, HR people are finding the way in the board and saying they can actually impact the destiny of the company. 70 responses, can I move it in what of time? Last one, as per you, what are the major burning issues? People, process, or technology? You can choose 2 out of this. And we'll circulate this, don't worry, we'll circulate this survey to you. People. People are more challenging than process and technology, which is also the, I think the more and more people, we interact with people, not just the CHROs, with the boards. Fortunately, CEOs, boards are now looking at people as not a challenge, but an opportunity to turn around the companies or bring a lot of quantum jumps. Good. Almost like 50% of the people feel it is people, a balance 50 people, 50% is process and technology. Thank you. I think very good insights. First of all, congratulations to all the HR team members who believe that we can impact the business. Can we go to the deck once again? No, next one. Next slide. Okay. So what at ZingHR, we believe that for long time, technology providers like us, and maybe you as a party were guilty of automating a lot of processes. And we were thinking, do we need to automate? Can we take the moonshot? Can we ignore automations? Because I've seen companies saying, do I have got bots? Do I have got AI? Do I have got robotics? Do I have a chat? The question is, can we focus on the means rather than and from the means to the purpose? Can it drop technology and look at the purpose? Is EBITDA margins and all those the purpose? And one good thing is, a lot of HR business partners are now seen as business driver. Do you agree with this statement? We have been for decades been so we are a HR partner, business partner, but more and more, and I think it's evident from the survey also, we are seeing as a tribe as more drivers. Long ago when technology used to come, there used to be IT team beating us saying, show me the TCO, total cost of ownership, server cost, SaaS cost. I think we are now suggesting we should go look at tangible business outcomes. And with that, we did a lot of survey, almost 350 customers, spoke to the boards, CEOs and boards, and said, what are your priorities? Not in the terms of ranking, but the board says top line, EBITDA margins, market share, leadership, succession, productivity, employee satisfaction, of course, those are the priorities. The question is, can we, as HR and HR tech, play a role in impacting this? Direct impact, not a convoluted impact saying if I do employee happiness, it does. And that's a question we are trying to answer. And that is where we come with a framework called the Zing Outcomation framework. Where we work with you to have a direct say in your top line, EBITDA margins, ESG, any of those things which the board priorities are there. And how do we do that? Again, we did a lot of survey to find out which are the areas which will directly impact the corporate goals. And we found 6 areas. First one is to attract and engage talent. Mind you, I'm not talking of features and modules here. I'm just talking of the purpose. Attract and engage and nurture talent. Build an employer brand, very, very essential nowadays. Second, not in order of priority, is to align aspirations of organization and people, especially after COVID, where personalization has become important. How do I align the aspirations of organization and the people? Third one is to ensure employee experience, empower teams, and foster collaborations. One big thing, especially after the last 2-3 years, is how do I eliminate a lot of non-value-added activities? How do I bring lean processes here? Fifth is have deep insights for decision making. And sixth one is to achieve board priorities like ESG and sustainability. Do you agree? Is it a decent framework? Yeah? And that is what say, how do we help you get there? For that purpose, there will be umpteen number of means. So don't worry about the means. For example, for the attracting and nurturing talent, we will have an ATS, we'll have a robotic interview, we'll have the digital KYC. Or for the aligning aspirations, we might have career planning, succession planning, OKR, mobile platforms. So last 15 years, we've built all those things. But our request to all of you, don't try buy features. Even from technology providers like us, will come and so-called fool you saying, I've got a robotic interview. I do chats. Can we sit as a partner and say, how do I impact my corporate outcomes? Boards, social network, wellness surveys, innovative solutions like payroll. So we've been asking to people, is payroll a purpose or a means? And we deep dive, we know payroll is just a means to ensure the purpose is to process salary on time accurately. We're eliminating payroll processing. Appraisals is a purpose or a means? Appraisals performance management system traditionally helps you to measure performance. But is measuring performance is a purpose, or is that a means to ensure performance? So we are challenging some of those automation frameworks. So let's say, how do we go there? The question we were asking ourselves and to all of us is, business has become very dynamic. Technologies become disruptive. Employee are highly personalized needs are there. We as HR and HR tech professionals, are we guilty of incremental changes or legacy methods and processes? Is a question we are asking. Friends, believe me, some of these thought-provoking things will take us to the next moonshot. When we did a survey about 500 companies, we found that companies are using anywhere between 3 to 11 solutions to meet the entire employee life cycle. The median was 7. Okay? And then we said, but the employee is 1, experience is 1. That is what I think we need to ask, whether we are doing multiple systems, and the age today is coming of one thing happening. But to the last section, I think it's time to rethink, time to reboot, time to take the moonshot. Are we ready for that? Traditionally, what has happened? Traditionally, we float a lot of RFPs, huge compilation of historic needs and future aspirations. Mind you, historic needs and future aspirations, we try to mix that. Takes months, days and months. Then we do a feature mapping and say evaluation based on fitment score. That also runs for a couple of days and months, weeks. Then we do a partner selection, again runs for days and weeks. Then prolonged implementation cycles, again runs for months. And while we do that, it must have been already 5-6 months, we come to know that requirements have changed. Then we start on the ongoing change request and perceived compromises. Many of us, including a lot of our customers, we realize that there are suboptimal business outcomes, irreversible decisions because you're married to a technology and you don't want to change that. That's what we feel is the death of legacy RFPs. We believe we need to, and long live the legacy RFPs. I'm not saying business requirement there. So what is an option? Option is we suggest we run a purpose versus means workshop. Like I said, is payroll is a purpose or performance management is a purpose, or is it a means? And from there, we run lean methodologies, holistic process reengineering. Take account of all the stakeholders, not just HR and business, employees, finance, IT, different systems, the stakeholders, society, take care of them, and do a contextual technologies. Don't go blindly implement robotic interview, for example, or chatbots. Do a contextual which is needed for you. We have launched something called Pitch Stop. We are doing implementation, for example, in a 10,000 people company, we can go live in 5 days or 7 days maximum for a company which used to take 6 months, 12 months with direct impact to the tops. And that is what we are talking of, the tangible business outcomes. This is what we want to call as the outcomation. And how do we measure that? We have come out with some indices. Again, we say let us proactive measures rather than saying time to hire, cost to hire. I think there's nothing wrong in that, but that is slightly passe. We're saying if you want business outcomes to come, like the EBITDA margins, top line, productivity, ESAT, good, all those things, you need to measure something called the alignment index, which will have the career and aspirations. Look at the happiness index, including the engagement of wellness, health, well-being, diversity. Empowerment index, are you empowered the team? Not just employees, across the company. Are we looking at the ESG index? Mind you, I think a lot of work has been going on the ESG, and our notion is not to change the board spend on ESG. We are saying, can we, if ESG is to succeed in this planet, each citizen has to contribute. So we have built ESG into a platform itself where each employee is now getting a chance to do something for the E and S, if not much of the G. And the collaboration index. Collaboration between functions, between a lot of the outcomes. That gives us to that. Can we move? One last thing is the technology. We have moved all of our employee database into a blockchain. One of the early starters in the world to use blockchain into this. Again, it is not just a fad, because today data privacy is becoming very important. One of the reasons we got the Army pilot is because of the blockchain we're doing, which is a zero carbon blockchain doing. So just to summarize, we are challenging, we are provocating, happy to discuss offline what is that we can do to challenge ourselves. Challenge us also. That's not, I'm saying what we know, we have achieved nirvana. We are also ready to work with people and look at what is happening. So welcome to the world of outcomation. And I would invite you to have some of the things introspect, challenge. Don't be complacent on that. I've been successful. I've got this. Can we really be on the board? Can we really talk of balance sheets? We did one small survey. We asked about Again, 700 HR people at the head and the next level, how many of them can understand and read the balance sheet and interpret? Okay? Slightly disappointing, 89% of the people felt they cannot. 11% were good, but 89 people of even the next level people in HR are not able to understand the balance sheet and what it constitutes to business. Hence, there's an opportunity. I'm not seeing as a problem. Hence, there's an opportunity for HR to learn finance and IT apart from the business. If we do that, friends, we'll be also a part of the boardroom. We'll be consultants to the board. Thank you.
We're just playing in AV.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep our eyes peeled. We will be showcasing an audiovisual. And thank you very much, Prasad, for decoding Outcomation. All right, let's go for the right one there. But thank you very much. I was thanking you for talking about our Outcomation and all that you just crisply educated our audience with. Ladies and gentlemen, just use this little few seconds maybe to do the needful, which is I'm always urging all of you to share whatever you've been learning throughout right since morning on social media using our official hashtag, while we're just going to get the right thing on the screens. And Prasad, I'm sure they're free to sort of interact with you off stage as well if there's anything. And all right, going for it.